Hello, everybody, and welcome back to the Mind Over Madness podcast with myself and the wonderful Sean. There he is.
Hello there.
Look at that sexy face.
Yes.
So, yeah, apologies. This one's a little late. My bad. My health is just like, fuck you. But yeah, other than that, here we
It's
are.
all right, I think. Yeah. What have you been up to in this almost month since the last one?
Yeah.
Come here, baby.
Oh, puppy. Sleeping. Sleeping
Yes.
and trying to get stuff done. Obviously, charity streaming has started because it's charity month. I've already missed a
Oh,
day.
yes.
Great, you know.
No one will blame you. It's okay.
No, everyone was like, "It's fine, don't worry." I'm like, "But I hold such high expectations for myself."
Yeah.
But yeah, no, it's been pretty good. I've had a good time with it so far. We're trying to raise money for the Mental Health Foundation. 250 quid. We've got a lot of milestones to hit, including
Oh,
one
yeah.
that Robin came up with one
Robin
which I
said.
found interesting.
Good.
me reading fan fiction on stream.
Oh, good, yeah.
That could be sexy.
She said some of the milestones. What she thought of. It's all her.
Yeah.
So,
her and Chantel
yeah.
both did a fantastic job, so I appreciate it. Or was it Klinos? Oh, it might have been Klinos. Oh, God. Oh, no.
You lucky I missed it. I would have thought of something spicy.
We still need one or two, so DM me.
Oh. Personal milestone.
But yeah, other than that, it's been busy. I've been trying to sort of manage the health along with everything else, which has been an interesting adventure, to say the least. Because
Yeah.
most of the time, it's gone fucking horribly.
Yeah.
It's such a jarring experience. I don't know. I've never faced anything like this, so it's... I don't know. It's weird.
To and from the doctors and
Yeah.
trying to figure out what it is and whatever.
Yeah, I did get a diagnosis. Obviously, I'm not going to mention it on here. Again, I'm not the type of person that wants to be, "Oh, you poor thing." I'm like, fuck off. I get on with it. But yeah, I can't deny the last 3 months have been weird. It's like it's just taken like a... You know how like you're in like a really slow car and then out of nowhere it just hits 60 miles an hour and you're fucking flying? It's what my health has been like for the last 3 months. It was fine up until 3 months ago, and then just everything kicked me in the bollocks all at once. So
Yeah. Strange times. Well,
yeah, very odd.
all the best for it anyway.
Yes,
Hopefully
hopefully.
it's they find the right concoction of medication to...
Well, I refuse to take meds, mainly because there's not many meds that I could take to help me anyway.
Yeah.
It's more so sort of life changes that you have to do, and it's like finding a balance for it. And I clearly have not found that balance yet. So
Yeah. It's like, yeah, get the natural nutrition, natural things that you need to do.
yes, exactly.
Jesus.
But other than that, it's been okay. I'm not gonna grumble or complain. I've still got a roof over my head. I still have games to play, so and I still have
A
amazing
podcast to chat.
Yeah, exactly. I still have this podcast. But what about yourself, good sir?
Yes. Yeah, pretty busy as well. I came up to Wales. We hung out for a afternoon. Yeah, I went to the theatre watching Singing in the Rain in Wales. It's very good, very good.
Yeah.
Did lots of walking. Walked on a cliffside, nearly fell off a cliff. It was all great. Yeah, lots of beautiful stuff down there. Lots of castles and heritage, and yeah, I love doing nice long walks and relaxing by the beaches and stuff.
Yeah. Oh, fair dues.
Yeah, then just plodding on as usual, and we've just been trying to organise this podcast, but then like I'm busy, you're busy, then it gets to go out for a few weeks, and we finally come together and verbal diarrhea all of our thoughts.
Yeah. It just means normally it's a longer podcast. It's just
Yeah,
depends.
well, sometimes maybe we'll go for quality.
Yeah, we go quality
Over
over
quantity.
quantity.
Yes. And it's been quality so far.
I'd like to think, yes.
So I've got my mega pint of coffee, and I'm ready.
I haven't had a coffee yet. That's the mistake I've made. This is why I'm still half asleep. It's fucking
Yeah.
1 o'clock nearly, and I'm not awake.
Yeah, nothing better than coming back from a dog walk and getting a nice coffee. down your system.
Yes. Who wouldn't like that?
Puts me in the mood to just expunge intelligence.
Sponge. What a lovely word.
I
Sponge.
know. Expunge.
Expunge me of my sins.
Well, let's expunge this podcast, if that's the right word.
Saucy.
Segue. So, shall we start off with the news section?
Yeah, let's go.
Right. Well, I think first and foremost, obviously, we can't get away from the fact that there's still ongoing conflict in Ukraine. I think the Russians, Putin, are still of the mindset that we'll run out of bullets before they run out of bodies, but that's obviously not the case. Because the West is supplying so much ammunition and weaponry to Ukraine, and Russia are basically in a stalemate, but they're just kind of trying to hold on to the eastern regions and stuff. But there was rumors going around that Putin is being treated for cancer in April and stuff. But I mean, what has it come to when we're kind of dancing around the fact that we're hoping cancer is going to kill him rather than someone else?
Yeah.
He just needs to go.
I think at this point it's safe to say he just needs to, disappear like the people around him.
Sleep. And never wake up.
Like the people around him, they just disappear out of nowhere. That's just what needs to happen. I'm not saying, we kill him, but I'm saying he needs to, have maybe an accident, a trip and a fall.
By an open window.
A slip and a smack.
Onto a busy highway.
A tank just comes along with its tracks. It's just a thing.
Yeah.
It's not
accidentally stumble and painfully die in the most horrific way possible.
Absolutely, falling onto a spike that slowly goes further in. We're not saying that's what should happen. It's just what might happen.
Stranger things have happened.
Great show.
Oh, not seen it. Don't talk about that yet.
I haven't seen it either. But it's. I think it's clear at this point that it's not going to end anytime soon. And I think we all.
No, he's in it for the long haul.
Yeah, and I think especially, if those cancer rumors are to be believed, again, it just adds on to the pile of what the fuck has he got to lose? He's not going to have to deal with the consequences if he's gone. So. Who cares in his mind? So, it's sad. I think the UK have just sent over our first batch of long range missiles, I think, or something, or anti-defense.
I read something about that.
So, Ukraine are still being supplied a butt ton, so we'll just have to see what happens.
Yeah, despite all of Putin's warnings for us not to send. But it's just getting tiring at this stage. How many warnings can one person give them without doing anything?
Yeah, exactly. I think the
apparently.
Oh, go on.
Oh, sorry. I think there was one kind of strange event that happened in the fact that they've struck Kiev again after many months of it being closed off and presumably safe. But no, they've kind of reaffirmed their grip of fear of the people by striking you with missiles again. So but I think every missile that they strike down on the Ukraine people just makes their belief stronger against Russia. So it's really they can't really win with that.
Yeah, definitely not. So, I think it's definitely it's an interesting thing because I think the only reporting I've seen on that, it was recently, wasn't it? There was a missile that hit was it a chemical factory or something in Kiev?
Something like that.
But they couldn't show it because of security reasons. They could see the smoke apparently. But what they think might have happened is that it might have been an accidental hit, it wasn't planned. Yeah. But accidental or not, it still happened. So does it matter? Yeah. I'm curious about how long this is going to go on for. If it turns into another Iraq, Afghanistan kind of thing, are we looking at 20 years of this shit? I
know, I just can't see that it happening for more than a couple more months because how many bodies, conscripts, I think he's recruiting pensioners now to fight in the war. How many conscripts and stuff does he have to go through before it gets way too much? And with all the sanctions and stuff, I don't know. But no sanctions so far has actually affected Putin personally. So what can you do? He doesn't care for his people. So
no, No, of course he doesn't. That's why he's just like, okay, now I'm taking pensioners. Yeah, we're a little low. Some people have run away. You can't run. So.
Yeah. Back in my day, we did this to the Nazis.
Oh,
yes, well, unfortunately.
Welcome back, Soviet supporters. Please join my army. You know, it's a joke. I know someone out there's going to be like, oh my god, fuck off.
Cancelled.
Suck my white titty. No, sorry.
Present it.
Present.
Present it. Jubilee platter. There we go. That's the segue to the next.
There you go.
Next thing there.
So the Jubilee, yes. Yeah, fuck off.
Yeah.
I'll be honest.
Sympathies with Ukraine, but fuck off Russia.
Yes. Exactly.
So yeah, the Queen has celebrated a milestone, 70 years on the throne, which is really impressive to be honest. And it's the Platinum Jubilee celebration weekend. Well, it was the past few days.
It's gone
as we record this. So yeah, lots of street parties and patriotism across the whole country, which has been quite nice, to be fair. Nice change of pace from, talking about Boris for a while, typical English things. Yeah, I went to a little celebration in the local town, Newton, for, a pint and listening to a live band and, I getting felt up by a drag queen, which was interesting.
Yeah, I saw the photo of that. It looked awesome.
She came up to me, she's like, we need some money. It sounded exactly like Kenneth.
Kenneth!
And we was like, oh, okay, we'll give you some money. Can I have a picture? It's for like a charity of some kind. And it's like, okay, have some. And she's like, oh, do you want a picture? Put your arm around me, love. I was like, okay. Oh, you've got a lovely figure. I was like, oh, God.
I honestly, if that sounds like Kenneth.
Yeah. And I went, when my mum was taking a picture, she was like, oh, say cheese. I was like, cheese. And she's like, say sex, lover. So, okay.
Say sexy lover.
Say sex.
Well, then.
So, yeah, that's life for life. But
sounds like a great time though.
But yeah, it's quite funny, quite eventful. Got some nice food and whatever cakes. Victoria sponge cake. So yeah, it's very nice. Everyone's all kind of having a good time and yeah.
Oh, fabulous.
And yeah, the Queen made a little appearance at the end of yesterday's celebration after Ed Sheeran had performed, wasn't he? Giving a little wave, and it's quite emotional. She's like very stoic, and all the things she's been through. Even though she's been it's kind of on one hand you're like, oh, this is a person of extreme wealth and fortune, and then on the other hand it's like, oh well, she was born into it.
I mean, to be fair,
she didn't really have a choice.
Yeah, she's done a cracking job,
and she's far more of a role model than any politician in this country.
Absolutely, yeah. No, I definitely feel like the thing is, admittedly, when obviously the Jubilee stuff was happening, I was kind of a bit like, I don't care. But then when I actually thought about it, I was kind of like, well, no, because I would rather have her as a role model and an inspiration for the UK rather than Boris. I'd rather she be the face of the UK. She's done way more for the people than fucking Boris or any politician, as you said, has. So, yeah. Yeah. It's definitely,
I'm pretty sure when Boris turned up, there's like booze for him. It's quite fun.
Good. I hope he enjoyed it.
Yeah.
But no, I'm
he
glad.
gets what he goddamn deserves.
Didn't the Queen do like something with Paddington Bear? Like there was a little video that was done that came out. Like they're sitting at
I'm not sure.
And stuff.
I only caught like the very end of it because it's kind of dragging on a bit. But yeah, there's like, okay, here's 70 hours of pure entertainment. I mean, like, okay.
Like, fair play. Whoever put this together, you did a fantastic job.
Fair
but
play.
I'm pretty sure Liz is sleeping.
Not sitting in front of the telly for this long.
I have. I want to go and play Fortnite, mother.
Yes, there's a live event. Haven't you heard?
Yeah, we'll talk about that.
But yeah, it was a very kind of optimistic weekend, and it's nice to see some of the royals acting like normal families, with the kids going
Yeah.
misbehaving and whatever, and everyone's going, "Hey, look, George is doing this."
Oh, look at Louis. He's being a little tearaway
Look
again.
at he's a human.
Bloody hell.
Oh, their royal correspondents. "Oh, my lord, she's outstanding."
Oh, if only Diana could see today.
Pass me a piece of the sponge cake, Nigel. We must celebrate.
Oh,
But yeah, optimistic event, quite enjoyable.
yeah.
Won't happen again in our lifetime. So
No. Definitely,
And-
an emotional pick me up, I guess, for this country, especially after the last 2 years.
yeah,
So
yeah.
it's definitely injected a bit of life back into the British.
Glad that she managed to actually make it for a little appearance on the balcony as well, because she's not been doing too well health-wise recently, or has been concealed heavily.
I think that's understandable, considering
Yeah.
she's nearly 100. She's lost her husband,
Yeah.
and COVID happened. So,
And then paedophile son happened.
oh yeah, fucking poor Liz, man. It's like I can't help but feel like just absolutely horrible for her. I'm like, you poor woman. You try your best.
No, and this is what you get, being taken advantage of.
No, it's crazy. But again, stay on the positive side of it. It was definitely a big pick me up for the country, I think, and it was a nice. Because I'll be honest, the UK is not that patriotic, despite some people being extremely patriotic here, and it's nice to have actually seen the country kind of come together for like 4 days.
We like to go all out for like one weekend, and then we kind of get bored of it.
Yeah.
Bit like COVID rules.
Yeah, it's like, we'll do it for a bit, but we're not keeping them forever, right?
It's like, all right, how long is this going to last now?
That's something we can segue on to later. But yeah, I mean, yeah, I think overall, despite the fact that I'm not very patriotic, it was nice to see the country come together and have a moment of respite from the shit that we normally put up with. Just to celebrate a woman who has, in all fairness, done way above and beyond what she needed to do.
Yeah,
So
absolutely.
we tip our headsets to you, the Queen. Because I don't have a hat on. What do you want from me? Fuck.
I wobble my head at you.
Yeah, I bubbled my head.
Tally-ho.
Tally-ho.
But yes, shall we pop into the next section? Well, not section, but news section.
Next.
Would you like to talk about Depp, or would you like to talk about COVID things?
Let's get the COVID stuff out of the way, shall we?
Okay.
Because it's not exactly going to be very long. So the latest is basically fuck all. I'll be honest, I haven't really heard a lot from it, and there's very few people now that I talk to that kind of even consider it an issue or a problem now, which I think is still a bit. But I get it. Like I'm of the camp that's just kind of like, when we hung out, we took a few precautions, but admittedly it was just kind of like old times, really, wasn't it? It's like we met up, we hung out. What more do we need?
Yeah, well, I couldn't really be. I couldn't be happier that all that's behind us. Like, screw that and screw fear mongering everyone.
Yeah, it took 2.5 years.
I mean, we're already on to the next outbreak of monkeypox or something now, so they're already saying, you must isolate if you have any symptoms. Oh, give over.
Fuck off, Boris.
Yeah.
Like we've already had your bullshit today.
I've had enough of this bollocks.
Hi, Kenneth. I think
You won't feel me.
Hey, I feel love. Go on, say sex. Go on, say it.
Oh, you got.
You got anywhere to stay tonight, love? But yeah, no. I think COVID is definitely a thing. Not of the past. It's still here, but it's definitely more like the flu now. That's it now. I don't think we'll bring COVID up again. I think it's just more to sort of point out the actual fact of I've not heard anything from it. Don't get me wrong. I'm not exactly someone that watches the news every day for mental health reasons, but and the fact that I like to be happy. But yeah, I mean it's kind of a thing of the past at this point, isn't it? Despite the fact it's still a present thing.
Yeah,
it's more like
and it's just everyone kind of started to smell a rat when the people making the rules weren't bothered by it, and which is, interesting when they're having parties every Friday night. And, that's all catching up with them now with this whole, more accusations coming out, more photos coming out, more fines.
Yeah.
And it's just, beyond belief, really. But everyone's just wants you to go, oh, well, it's only a piece of cake. But, this is, the trust of the government and the country, isn't it?
Yeah.
Not just cake and, wine.
Yeah.
It's the inherent horrible culture.
And those photos, Boris, most of them weren't even taken on the same night, you lying fuck. So I wonder why you're having a vote of no confidence on the day that we're filming, of course.
Yeah.
That's the thing that's happening. Good segue. Let's go squishy. Yeah, so vote of no confidence. It's about time.
Yeah, you'll get. So obviously, the threshold has been met with kind of letters submitted. So
Yeah.
and so they're going to have this thing, but it needs, I don't know, like 90 or 100 people to vote that he's not capable to lead. And I don't think that's going to happen. I think he's pretty much got at least half of them on board with his like stupidity and oh, it's Boris. What can he do? You know what you are voting for when you got him in.
Yeah, no, it's definitely. To be honest, I think they want to keep Boris there because they can just get away with more.
Yeah, he did amazing on the vaccine, and it's all him. No scientists, no anyone else. It's the vaccine. He rolled it out. We're the first in the world.
Oh God, yeah. I mean, it's just exhausting, really, isn't it? And I think, regardless of, I think I've said it before, so again, whoever sits in that chair is a tosser that doesn't care. That's how it is, and you're never going to get someone that pleases everyone, but you can damn sure get someone better than Boris. So please, if there is any sort of semblance or respect left in that fucking godforsaken pit we call our government, just get rid of him. And if you don't, then I mean, there's no shock there. So it's a lose-lose.
You've seen what happens, and he's getting booed everywhere now. So surely that must be some kind of public perception of him.
Yeah, I think that's probably why the confidence thing has got through. Because I mean, I know there was a debate like a week or two ago that they were having, like talking to him and questioning him on the Sue Gray report that got released, which surprisingly threw him right under the bus. But yeah. There was some on his side that were complaining like, oh, we should be focusing on on Ukraine and stuff like that, and it's like, yes, you should, but you have a leader that literally made laws and didn't follow them. And then you had some on his side that were like, can you resign now? Is enough? So
yeah,
I don't know. Whatever happens, yeah, I mean, I wouldn't be surprised at anything at this point.
No, I'm not optimistic that anything is gonna happen in terms of his leadership. So
Shame.
Well, I know.
But yeah, we'll see what happens. Well, only time will tell.
Well, in one case where justice was done, shall we move on to the Depp versus Heard fiasco has been
yes, Depp
gripping the nation for weeks. Yeah.
Yes, abso-fucking-litely.
So after weeks of, examination and reviewing the evidence and, talking and fake crying or trying to cry
My dog
to the jury.
On
My dog stepped on the
right, yeah.
So the jury found that Johnny Depp, that they were in favour of Johnny Depp on 4 counts or something like that, and they they agreed that the libel was made against him, and they agreed on 1 count of Amber Heard, the fact that she didn't conspire with her friends to, make all this up. So she kind of won a 1 little one, but she was only awarded 3 million or something, whereas Johnny was awarded 15 million.
Yeah. Mainly, and the only reason, by the way, that he was only awarded 15 mil was because one of the damages claims was 10 mil, but the cutoff point from where they were having the trial was 350,000. Oh, hello.
She can see someone walking past.
Puppy.
Who's that, though?
Is
that a workman?
Puppy. Nice puppy break. Nice puppy break.
She's like scanning
Yeah,
people.
just watch her eyes. Just.
He's like, I have his jacket. But yeah, so Amber is now appealing the decision of the court,
Yeah.
as her lawyer pointed out in like press coverage
Which
the day
is
after.
fucking hilarious. That lawyer is shit. She should fucking retire already.
Yeah, Elaine.
Elaine.
It was
Fucking bellend.
like I don't know. So obviously the jury found that in some regard that they may have believed a tiny bit of Amber Heard. So do you agree that that's like the right thing? I think the jury made a good decision, to be honest.
Yeah,
really, in terms of fairness.
Absolutely, yeah. I think the fact that they basically gave Johnny everything, pretty much, is the right call. I don't think anyone was going to dispute that, especially when Amber Heard took the stand. Like, I think she didn't help her case. I understand she obviously probably like talked to her lawyers, and they were kind of like, okay, we'll do this, do that. But then saying that, I don't think she actually did talk to her lawyers, because if you look at some of the fucking footage, it's like her lawyer's like, I can't say anything else. She's a fucking idiot. So I'm gonna go sit down.
It's like, oh god, I'm trying here.
It's I don't know. I think Amber Heard clearly is a liar. She is a manipulator. She has absolutely destroyed the Me Too movement single-handedly, along with, I say single-handedly, I'd say 80% of why the Me Too movement now is going to be called into question is her.
Mm-hmm.
But I think the other 20% is the fucking people that have changed the narrative and weaponized it essentially for things it doesn't need to be weaponized for. I think it was an interesting case to watch unfold, because again, this was a man coming forward, and I can only speak as a bloke, but yes, absolutely, women should be believed when they come forward, and men and humans in general. But I definitely think that this is going to call into question anyone that comes forward now and accuses someone of something, which is awful, because that shouldn't be how it is. But yeah,
it was a spectacular insight into the world of these people that we hold up as many people hold up as their idols and stuff. All the drugs and the sex and the horrible things and the cheating and the lies and the
almost sounds like a TV
that
show.
we're all that we're all sheltered from, because we don't get like courtrooms filmed in the way that has been filmed. Like I'm a bit torn on the fact that it was so kind of like Hollywoodized and a big spectacle so everyone can see, and it was clear that there's so much support for Johnny, which is understandable. He's the biggest star of the two, and like the courtroom was filled with Johnny Depp fans, all cheering and laughing and stuff. And the media has absolutely hounded Amber Heard, and she'll never like work again after this. I'd be surprised if she did.
She's got 2 roles apparently after this. That she hasn't lost.
I'm sure they will be panned, to be honest.
Fucking because equality.
Well, apparently Johnny Depp is in talks for like something.
Yeah,
when it comes to.
He's got a big role coming up apparently now, which is
I'm glad of some kind of poster. I forgot.
Yeah, I'm glad of.
But it'd be good to see his return. Yeah.
Yeah, definitely. And I mean, the main question is, do we think justice was served? Not just in the court, but everywhere else. But before we get onto that, on your point of obviously talking about it being televised and stuff, I don't get that at all. What is it with you Americans and wanting to televise of it? Like, why? It's a legal system.
People who weren't even interested or like hooked to the screens, watching it 8 hours a day, like the whole thing, analysing it. YouTube lawyers coming out the cracks, just to analyse every single thing. Behavioural therapists, analysing all the body language and everything. It's like, please just leave it as it is. Let the jury decide.
Yeah, exactly. Because the thing is as well, the jury are obviously told when they go home, like, don't. And the thing is, granted, this is not a thing to say that the jury were clearly swayed by this or that or the other, right? But
we don't know. But
one of the arguments that was made by Amber's shit house of a lawyer when she was on TV was that the jurors go home, they're told not to look at the internet and stuff, but they have wives, family that see it, and they obviously talk to them and stuff, and it's like, well, one, you can't prove that, and two, Yeah, everyone fucking saw it, you dipshit. You were crap in the fucking court.
I know.
So, I mean, she put a lot
They'd
of
have to be
blame-
living under a rock, to be honest, if
Yeah,
they didn't
exactly.
see anything about it. But
And I think that's
it's
probably...
like you can't really say it.
Yeah, and I think that's probably the only thing that goes against the win for Johnny, I guess. But, I mean, it's impossible. You're not going to get a jury that's completely unaware of who they are, what they've done,
Yeah.
what's gone on. Like, it's not going to happen. So, I think with all the evidence presented, yeah, Johnny got the win for fair. You know, finally.
Yeah.
You know, bear in mind this has been going on since what the op-ed was posted, which was what 2017, which is crazy.
Yeah, something like that.
Fucking crazy.
Yeah.
And Amber was like, I didn't write it. Fuck off.
Yeah.
Amber Heard.
It wasn't about him.
Just Amber
Yeah.
Heard. Just when you fuck off and shit in a dog bowl, like you're clearly good at shitting in places you don't go to shit normally.
Yeah. I'm surprised they didn't televise the jury council talking about it. That would have been funny.
I mean,
Hearing what they actually thought of him.
Yeah, it's like they're not allowed to technically, are they? Because people
I know.
influence them then.
Just every other fucking else. Every other thing they can. But yeah, so was it the right decision? I think that the jury did the best with what they had there. I think they came out with the right decision, just to give Amber that tiny little bit of a golden nugget, just to be like, oh well, we're not against women coming out for this kind of thing. So that their lawyer's point of well, this is a message you're sending to all women that they'll never have enough evidence to like accuse their partner of abuse. But like, it's like, no, we're not saying that. We're saying that she's clearly lied about all this.
Have you not read the? It's like, have you not seen the
it's a specific case.
Yeah, crazy.
But yeah, and the fact that Johnny got the overall win is probably a good decision going forward, and proving that #MeToo is not just an overarching thing that they can just say and instantly be believed. It has to be questions.
It can't be guilty until proven innocent. This just isn't right anymore. And what's a worrying pattern, and I'm glad that this has all happened, and obviously Johnny is now, he's got his validation. He's been recognised as, look, you were wronged here. But one, the UK need to fucking answer for that, because it's harder to win the case that he had in America, and yet he won it and lost it in the UK. That just shows something about the UK's legal system being shit.
Or maybe the UK was right, and the US legal system is shit.
Nah, the UK's legal system is corrupt.
Nah, that doesn't fit the narrative.
That doesn't fit the narrative. Oh, that can't be it. But I think too, as well, is this just not only this case, but look at the anarchy in the last decade, let's say, of kind of just how people are interacting with each other, and how cases like Johnny and Amber's have just taken this fucking dive. Like, it just comes across to me as like people are just believing people on face value when there's no investigation. It's like, don't get me wrong, I said it earlier, if someone comes forward and says this person sexually abused me, no matter gender, they should be taken seriously and you should investigate it. But that doesn't happen. And that's because law enforcement, regardless of where they are, whether it's UK, America, fucking Russia, who cares, right? It doesn't matter where you are. They don't take it seriously. They don't do their jobs properly anymore.
No.
And I know some fucking snotty-nosed twat out there is going to be like, well, you're not a policeman, you wouldn't understand. It's like, no, I wouldn't. But I do see enough fucking evidence to show they don't care.
Especially in this country, with you just basically got to have tons and tons of money to kind of expedite the process.
It's crazy.
Otherwise, there's like waiting lists, just like the NHS and stuff like that. You get waiting lists months to get seen. Never mind, go to court.
Yeah, the UK has its own set of problems. The US has different problems. Admittedly, they are systems that are faulty and need to be updated, I would say, more than anything. But yeah, I don't know. It's crazy to me that there were still people standing up for Amber Heard. Like, are you just brain dead, or did you headbutt a wall because you were so annoyed at the outcome that it literally gave you an injury? Like, what? How can you side with this woman? Like, and that's not the evidence alone. Like, there is one audio clip. I'm not going to fucking repeat it because everyone repeats it. But the audio clip, you just have to listen to that, and it's like, well, clearly something doesn't add up here. Like, I don't know.
I think Johnny Depp's lawyers are set for life as well after that performance and
Yeah.
how celebrity status they have now.
I think what's funny is that, as someone that hasn't watched all of it, of course, but I've seen obviously parts of Amber's lawyers doing really well as sucking ass. But I can't recall any points of where Johnny's lawyers were bad or they didn't do a good job. Like,
well, apart from when Camille was like pointing to things which she actually already said, then I'm about to correct her. That was a bit of a lose.
Yeah, that I think Johnny did have. I think again, I can't remember the day. I think it was like day 18 or something. Like he had a bad day that day. There was a lot against him, and I think that's why Amber had that sort of partial win. Because hey, look, if he was in the wrong at some point, yes, he should have punishment. I'm not disputing that, but I don't know. It's a case of. This is why you can't just fucking believe someone on face value. This man's career was destroyed for years. He lost the highlight of his life, which was Pirates, along with other film franchises that he was booted out of unfairly, can we add? Because, again, it's been proven. And yet, none of these companies will face retribution for that. Amber, I'm sure, will find some way to find the money. Apparently, she hasn't got the money to pay him. Fuck off, Amber. You have plenty of money. Like she can obviously afford to pay him and also donate to the charity, by the way, because she hasn't done that.
Well, she won't, because that would give up her unimaginable wealth.
Yeah, and it's crazy to me.
And she'd have to be a normal person then and get a job at McDonald's and forever be called Amber Turd.
Oh, can you imagine how sweet that would be? You walk into a McDonald's and Amber Turd is serving you.
My Big Mac stepped on a bee.
Just open up the burger. Just be like, I'm just making sure you haven't,
Any secret sauce on here?
Oh. But yeah, I mean, I think
that is a patty, right?
That's a good one. I think overall, I'm glad that justice was served, and I'm glad that people will have seen now that hey, don't just believe 100% of everything you see.
Yeah,
it's not like a film. Just because someone says something, it doesn't mean it's true.
Exactly. Yeah, I think the right thing happened in the end, and going forward, it'll make people think a bit more, for sure. And as far as them two go, they just need to put a full stop under it now.
Yeah.
At the end of it now, and then just. Absolutely move on, and I'm sick of hearing of it.
yeah, exactly. And I just, I wish Johnny Depp the best, and Amber, yeah,
yeah. Enjoy the high life while you can, Amber.
Yeah. Bitch.
This is a stain that's not going to go away.
Just like the bed sheets. Right. True. Anywho. Shall we move on to a bit of a topic? Games.
Yes, let's talk about games.
Let's do a few games, shall we? Because I've played a fair amount now. How about yourself, good sir?
I haven't played too much new things, but there has been a few, there's been a State of Play little conference thing the other day, which is...
That was really good. Very exciting.
Which is one of the good ones.
Yeah.
And Fortnite live event and stuff like that.
Should we start with the Fortnite live event? How was it, sir?
Yeah, get that out of the way. I always enjoy the Fortnite live events. They're absolutely out of this world when it comes to showing off Unreal Engine and all this, and just what the things that they can actually do in a game of a battle royale game that no one had any real faith in to start with has turned into this mega thing. And the production budget on it is like a 10-minute little film. I mean, it was a bit short, but it was definitely quality. It's really enjoyable. Obviously, the mech came down and destroyed the IO and stuff. So it's got a bit of advancement of the story as well. So that was pretty good.
Yeah.
And now it's vibing chill season now with Darth Vader.
And Indiana Jones.
Yeah. What the F?
How do they get the licenses for this shit?
I know. I mean, I got the battle pass literally just for Darth Vader and the Imperial March and Milk. My God, it's so good. But yeah, I was very happy with it. With the event, as far as is it as good as the other ones? I don't know, they're all pretty much,
Yeah.
they got their good parts. Like, I can't really put this one was definitely more interactive than some of the other ones.
Yeah.
It's nice to always have a gun and be able to shoot things and feel like you're part of it. And nothing really compares to being in that space, hyping it up and waiting for it, and yeah.
It was
Very
definitely
good, very good.
looked very interesting, especially the fighting in the mech. Like, you guys got to use like turrets and stuff to shoot everything. It looked awesome.
Yeah, lasers, machine gun, and then you get like Peely comes in, and then you get slurping, and you get overcharged everything.
Peely.
Yeah,
So good.
they've done really well with the kind of hyping it up and getting all the characters in, and funny references and stuff. I do appreciate that little humor.
It definitely looked incredible. I'm very, very sad that I didn't play it, but I'm glad that I do appreciate both you and Robin for filming it and letting me see and experience it with you still.
Yeah, I'm so glad I wore the Star Wars skin, because at the end you see a little bit of a Darth Vader there. I was like,
that was cool. Yeah, the fact that they sort of showed off the main parts of the next pass through like the portal thing and the multiverse and everything, that was very clever. Very clever.
Yeah. No other game comes close when it comes to live events, so it's just definitely, I'll stand by that.
Yeah, no.
And it blends just like current, meta things and things that are current and the Fortnite story. It's like, oh my god, how do they do this? How do they get away with this licensing?
I know, but I think one of the coolest things was the sort of the when they jump through the portal and then you get sort of lifted out of it, and you got that little fist pump before they hit the floor.
I know, I was like, oh, that's cool.
Very adorable.
I felt like a little kid again, like being on a ride at Disney. That's what it's like.
Yeah, seeing all your favorite characters.
Like, oh, cool. That's amazing. And then when it ends, you're like, I'm a grown adult.
But no, it definitely looked good, very good. And I have looked at the past, and I've kind of played a couple of games since obviously the next thing has rolled over, and seems good. Seems fun.
Yeah, it's one of them things. We'll all get burnt out of it eventually, but it's just, I mean, I probably would have been burnt out if Darth Vader wasn't in the past. Now I have to grind it because I want Darth Vader. I have to.
Yeah.
But yeah,
it does seem very
we'll see when it comes down to the next one. How can they top it?
Yeah.
Probably introduce another fucking character that we all love.
Yeah, they'll find a way.
Yeah, this is how they get you.
Yeah, I mean, I'd love to say that I'm gonna finish this pass. I'll probably do what I did with the last one, get to 100, and that'll be it.
Oh yeah, they've severely nerfed XP and stuff this season. And oh god, more grind.
I'm just like, okay, no, fuck off.
But it lasts longer, so that's their justification for it.
Yeah. Well, you can have fun playing more, but I have other games.
Yeah, I will have other games as well after PS Plus thing.
Yeah, that's coming up soon. That won't be too long now. Because we've seen little bits of that, actually, haven't we? Like, it came out in Japan, it's come out in Asia. And I think when the first reveal of it in Asia came out, people were very angry. But I think now the Japan one came out, that looks a lot better. Obviously, PS3 games along with everything else, and they're using the NTSC versions of the game, so they're 60 frames, not 50.
Yeah.
It looks better.
Yeah.
But yeah.
And I think they're like 60 frames, is it, targeted for all the classic games and stuff like that.
That's where they're hoping to use the NTAs.
Yeah, apparently they don't run very well.
Yeah, some of them have been a bit meh, which is concerning, considering as someone that has dabbled in emulation. I'm by no means a pro, and I've got the consoles. I've done it all.
Yeah,
fairly.
PC does it all better.
I don't know if it's so much PC. I mean, the PS5 would be fully capable of running them like that. I think it's more with Sony. They just don't care, and they don't want to. It's a lot of time and effort and research they have to then put in to get something done, so
yeah,
I don't know, but I mean, I'm still hopeful for it. I think there's a lot of good to still come with it, so
yeah.
And when it comes out in Western countries, we'll definitely know whether it's worth it or not.
Yeah, quite excited to see what other tricks they may have up their sleeve with games that they might just shove on there. I know they mentioned in the conference that Stray is going to be part of the kind of extra package, which I'm quite excited about.
Yeah, I was quite surprised. I was like, I thought you weren't doing first day release stuff.
Yeah,
What
It's
changed?
like, well, I suppose this isn't AAA. It's just like,
Yeah.
I don't know. Is it AAA or I don't know.
I think it's like a double A deluxe triple A. There's
Yeah.
so many fucking A's. I don't know where to go with it. But yeah, that was
I'm more
quite
interested in the double D, to be honest.
well, honey.
That's a joke.
Yeah.
um,
It's definitely, yeah. I mean, I'm hopeful for it, and hopefully Sony will listen to feedback and make it a
yeah,
bit
it'll
better. But
improve over time, or maybe get slow months and high months, a bit like PS Plus is at the moment.
it's just the same thing. Yeah.
Same shit, different system, with a few classic games.
Yeah.
Uh,
Yeah.
but
No.
yeah,
Yeah.
pretty excited though.
It should be. Yeah, it should be good. And I think as well, the Western countries are getting slightly different to Japan and Asia as well, which is why we don't know what's coming with it. But exciting. It's the first time they've done
Yeah.
something big like this for a while, so we'll see.
Yeah, bit of a shake-up is always healthy.
It's always interesting. Yeah.
Shall we go a bit into what these announced on or mentioned in the conference state of play things?
Yeah. Can I just
Obviously,
say,
those Stray.
we'll talk about Stray first because that does look incredibly good.
Yeah.
Is
that what you?
Yeah. There's two things specifically that stood out to me, but Stray was definitely one of them. I don't know, when it first got announced, it looked a bit odd. I was a bit like, there's a cat. Like, I'm assuming just puzzles and stuff. But this actually looks, I mean, it's a reason for me to get extra.
Well, I don't know. I won't go that far.
I definitely. Playing as a cat, of course. It's adorable, but
yeah.
I mean, I'm excited for it. It looks interesting. Lots of cool mechanics and features with the game. It looks spectacular considering.
Yeah, it does. And it's just something different as well. It's a unique kind of concept. Playing as a cat. Well, I think people go, well, Goat Simulator did.
Goat Simulator is on a different plane, I think.
Yeah.
Shit wasn't exactly made seriously. This looks
I'm excited. Who doesn't want to play as a cat?
Yeah, it looks absolutely
Exploring.
outstanding. So
we're all always intrigued about what they get up to when they leave their house.
now
we'll know.
And the cyberpunk world as well. I think that definitely adds with
the robots and
yeah. I mean, anything cyberpunk I'm interested in. Even Cyberpunk 2077, I didn't hate.
Yeah, I still need to play that. Hopefully that's on the extra as well.
It should be.
See.
Yeah, we'll see.
Might be a PS Plus title at some point. It was a kind of a big focus on. Well, I'll mention that afterwards. They did Street Fighter 6, which looks interesting. As far as other notable things, I couldn't really think of anything else because I've not got the list up in front of me. But
yeah, I've got a small list up here, but nothing major.
A lot of focus on VR.
Yes, I was going to say, should we chat about that a little bit?
Yes.
So yeah, Resident Evil Village has obviously got a VR port that's coming to the PSVR 2.
Yeah, those games are just made for VR. The Resident Evil 7 and 8.
Well,
that'll be such a good experience in VR.
Keep an eye on my streams, and you may see something very interesting. But but with I don't know. I'm excited for PlayStation VR 2. Because VR does interest me, and I am interested in that world. It's just affording it. I think,
I know I'm not going to get it. I don't think.
Yeah, there's a lot to it as well, and you need a lot of room. But of course, it's nice to see that Sony aren't just going to release the next VR system with kind of just fuck all with it. There's a lot of stuff that's going to be hand in hand with it. Obviously,
so they do all these conferences and the games and stuff, and they haven't even announced when this VR2 is coming out.
Yeah, I think they said it was meant to come out this year, but I think they pushed it back to 2023 early, so the first quarter. Saints and Sinners Chapter Story 2 got announced as well, which is that Walking Dead one. I've dabbled in the first one. It's interesting.
You've dabbled in it.
I've dabbled. It's interesting. It's fun.
I'm a bit of a dabbler myself.
I'm a bit of a dribbler myself. But saucy. But I think it's gonna be. It's gonna be interesting because the one qualm that I have with PlayStation VR, at least the first one, is kind of movement and things like that sometimes. As someone that's prone to
Wires.
motion sickness. Yeah, that, and also someone that's prone to motion sickness. It's not great. Sometimes you're like, when you're playing.
Yeah.
But yeah, I mean, I'm excited for it. I'm interested in this technology, and it'd be nice if they can make it affordable as well. I mean, you know,
Yeah.
does the puppy have an interest in this?
She does.
Oh, she's like, I'll play VR, Dad.
You want to play VR? You can play VR bone chasing simulator.
Poor puppy.
But yeah, I think they announced Horizon
Yeah.
Call of the Mountain or something.
Yeah,
Call to the Mountain.
That's got a VR. That's a VR game that's coming out for VR2. None of these are backwards compat, by the way, with VR1, which is a bit pain.
Yeah.
But I get it because they're upgraded visuals and stuff. So
Yeah. I mean, the VR one was kind of almost outdated when it came out in terms of like the visuals and stuff, because it was quite poor resolution from when I played it, but it was, you know, still very immersive and all of that. But you could really tell if you didn't have it on in the right angle how
and
blurry and stuff it was.
Yeah, I mean, yeah, we'll we'll talk about that in a bit. But yeah, definitely. Are you excited for any VR games that were announced, or?
Yeah, that Horizon one looks really good, to be honest. I know it's going to be different from an open world game. So imagine if they had the whole open world in VR, like Jesus Christ. It's more kind of on rails, intimate experience, I suppose. But you know, I think that's kind of what VR was designed for—a bit of intimacy. Oh God, that sounds right. Not VR porn. Yeah, I mean, I won't personally be getting it, but I'll be excited to see if any friends get it. I'm not hinting towards you, honestly.
I mean, you know,
I know.
I've restrained and restrained myself for a very long time dabbling in VR, mainly because one,
You're telling me.
You're telling me. Because I don't exactly have the room, and B, it was really expensive back in the day when it first came out. You know, trying to afford something like that. So, but I have recently, since they're selling the PlayStation VR off like at just penny price, basically. Because obviously VR2 is coming out. I did pick one up, and I have dabbled in it. And although there are some good things, you know, Beat Saber's very fun. The Saints and Sinners game is cool and it's interesting. You can sort of feel the outdatedness occasionally, especially like, don't get me wrong, the tracking is great, it works really well, but there are certain times, especially with the motion controls, like if your hands are slightly out of frame of camera, shall we say,
it goes like
it fucking freaks out, and it's quite amusing. But there are, I mean, I think a big part of VR is going to fall on developers. Like, are they going to take the time to really optimize it for it? Because if a game is poorly optimized, good luck not throwing up after playing it. Or good luck playing it for more than 5 minutes without going, you know. But I have dabbled in a few games that we'll talk about later. But I am excited for it. And I would like to pick it up, but it all depends on price. I mean, you can get, I think it's the Quest 2 for PC for like 300 quid now, which is a lot of money. But, I mean, the sheer amount of quality and games that come with that is miles better than anything you're going to get on a PlayStation. Don't get me wrong, Horizon looks amazing. I'm not shitting on it. But, you know, technology-wise and you know, quality and quantity, that kind of thing, it all aims at PC right now, so hopefully, I mean, I know they've upgraded the visuals on VR2 to 4K, and I think it's 120 hertz refresh right now, so it's less likely to make you vomit.
It makes such a difference.
But I think the main thing is like that eye thing, holding it here, see the bit of light at the bottom, it needs to stick here and be comfortable.
There are improvements to be made with that, but
hopefully.
I can't see myself getting that. I can see myself playing it if I know I've got a few friends who interested in that kind of in the technology and stuff. So, but it's definitely kind of a party thing, going over just to try it out rather than having it for me.
Yeah, that's fair.
Unless it's super duper amazing and they've got VR chat in there.
I know they've got like a rec room. I've not tried it. I dare go in there.
Oh God, yeah.
I imagine there's probably a lot.
The metaverse.
Oh, fucking hell.
Yeah. Oh my god, yeah. We could talk about that in the interesting thing.
Oh.
There's a story I heard. Oh my god.
Right, write it down. Write it down before we forget.
Literally.
Yeah. But yeah. There's that. But yeah, also Spider-Man remastered. That's been ported to PC. I don't see. I don't see that being a bad thing. I think that's cool. The more people get to play that game, the better. Obviously, there are a few PlayStation fanboys going, "But how can you put a PlayStation game on PC?" Well, God of War, Days Gone.
It was like 2018 or something, was it? So
yeah,
or 2019. I can't remember. It's a good few years since it's come out now, so I think we've had the exclusivity for that time. And anyone who's actually wanted a console to play Spider-Man has already played it.
Yeah.
On that console, so they can't really lose by taking it to PC.
And I think, to be honest, it's better, isn't it? The more people get to play this game and have fun with it and immerse themselves, why is that a bad thing? Yeah.
I mean, if hell, put it on Xbox. We don't really care at this point.
Who gets fuck exclusivity? Start sharing shit, man. Halo, the PlayStation.
I mean, I'd love to play some Xbox exclusives and like.
Yeah, there's a few good ones on there. I mean, I personally don't play on the Xbox anymore, but I mean, there's a few good ones on there that are.
Just open it up.
Yeah,
it helps everyone.
Exclusivity is outdated at this point.
I can maybe understand a few years or whatever if you really wanted to sell a console, but
6 to 9 months, maybe a year maximum, like an exclusivity deal, and then bring it out on everything. Because do you know what? You're gonna get more people who give a fuck about having no exclusivity compared to the people that go, yes, but this is the superior console.
Yeah, and if it's an online game, you get more people to play with. The developers get more money.
Exactly. Oh, and Sony, what is it with you guys and just not liking mods? Why? Beat Saber is so good, and I can't play my favorite songs because you bastards won't let me. Like, I wish I bought the Quest. But yeah. No,
well, the Quest will be miles more expensive, I imagine. Yes. Because of mod.
Yeah, but no, I mean, yeah, a lot of opportunities, hopefully, in regards to sort of exclusivity stuff. Maybe, hopefully, I think Sony has said they are going into PC more now, aren't they? They're hoping to branch out and get more stuff on there. So it's a win for everyone.
Hopefully, it will be.
Yeah, this is where it turns out that it's not a win and we all fail.
Yes. No.
But
then the bombs will drop and we all die.
Won't be long.
Anyway, let's get back on the positive.
Let's go back on the things we use to distract ourselves from the inevitable doom of our existence. The what was it? The Callisto Protocol, was it called?
Oh yeah, that was really good. Yeah,
that looks amazing. Made by the guy who made Dead Space.
Isolation.
Yeah, it's made by the guy who did Dead Space, so I'm in.
Yeah, well, I haven't played it thanks to the whole exclusivity things, but
yeah.
That was exclusive, wasn't it? Dead Space.
I think for a little while, yeah. I think it's a PS. I think you can stream it on PS Now. I think they've got the games on there. Have a ganders. I'm not too sure about that, but
gander.
Yeah, no, they're fantastic games. So I'm very excited to see that the creator who basically told EA to suck his dick and then left to go and make this. Fair play, good going, good sir. I'm very.
It's been a while since we had a really good scary game.
Yeah, scary game with action,
which isn't just kind of an indie kind of walking simulator or a Resident Evil.
Or Resident Evil, yeah, no, fair point. Or PT back in 2014.
Yeah, but I tried to give Prey a go because that was quite good at the time, but 30 frames. PS9, oh no, I can't play it like this. It's really janky.
It's like, I don't want this. Give me the smooth 60. Is the puppy okay? I'm digging. I'm trying to find gold.
You're not at the beach now.
Oh. But yeah, no, it's definitely an interesting situation, I guess you could say, to be in.
Well, the floor is yours for the rest of this section because I have no more gaming things.
Well, they did announce Final Fantasy, of course. I mean, that's getting a remake, just like the other Final Fantasy games did.
Yeah.
Which is cool. Very excited.
That's cool.
What was the last thing? Ah, yes, the thing that I actually nutted over when they announced it. Resident Evil 4's remake.
Oh, yeah.
Now, when this came on the screen,
Inevitable.
Very, very hard. It's been a long time since I've seen anything positive and this was like it. I was like, finally, Resident Evil 4. Obviously, there were rumors about it. Of course, now it's been announced, so you'd be damn sure I'll be getting that game.
When it first popped up, I thought it was like Red Dead Redemption 2, like 60 frames patch or something.
You were hopeful.
But no, of course it isn't.
You were very hopeful.
I know.
Oh, you poor man. You poor man.
I hope it. I was like literally hoping for that because that's going to be on the new PlayStation service. So I thought, well, maybe they're kind of sneaking that in time.
I reckon.
No, of course they're not.
They'll just stealth update it, won't they? I reckon. Eventually,
Yeah.
when it's like at the end of its life.
There's still rumors going around about them kind of remaking the first one or like kind of
But they
doing
can't.
something with it.
They lost the code.
I know.
They literally can't. It's locked, which sucks. But
Yeah.
you know, maybe if they.
Or sorry, I just thought of something there.
No,
I was kind of expecting also that maybe it was the Last of Us kind of multiplayer thing that I've been going on about because it had that kind of like guitar twanging in the background. So, but yeah.
good thing. I mean, that would be. I'm quite shocked actually. They didn't show anything off of The Last of Us.
I know. What has Naughty Dog been doing?
Yeah. What are you
Come
doing?
on.
Fucking
What are
hurry
you
up.
doing, son?
But yeah, no. I mean, it's cool. I'm very excited. You know, it's definitely nice to see old games getting completely remade, and I think that's what Rockstar should do with Red Dead 1 as well. It's like just make it from the ground up again. Invest in it. People will fucking buy it. You'll be fine. But yeah. It was
I mean, they've got all the assets and stuff there, so they could recreate it, but it would be a lot of development and stuff. But
well, I mean, there's stuff in the game that needs to be updated anyway. So I mean, you know, fuck it, why not? You know. I think it's just because it would be such a huge undertaking to remake the entire game. But yeah, I mean, state of play, probably the best state of play I've ever seen compared to.
Yeah, apart from the actual PS5 announcing one, I suppose.
Yeah.
Because sometimes you go into them and they're like, really? But,
puppy.
yeah.
Oh, yeah. But no. On to games that we've been dabbling in then, shall we?
Yes, which is none for me.
Well, I played through Resident Evil 7. That happened. That is done now. Very good. Enjoyed it a lot. Obviously, I've seen people play it in the past, but playing it for yourself, I don't know. It just adds a level of interest.
It is different, yeah. I got up to the part where you just like get out of the house and you're in the caravan thing, and that's all I've managed to do because I was too scared to go in. But I know as the more you play, like the easier it gets. Kind of.
The stronger. It's it's interesting. I can hate the sun, but it's got a good story to it as well, which I think helps a lot. Alan Wake, we played that again, but played it on stream for once, which was amazing. I've still got to do the DLCs on stream, but yeah, we did the main story, and obviously Alan Wake 2 got announced. That's coming out next year, so I'm very excited for that. But yeah, pretty good. I played a game called Heal, a little like tiny indie game, which is about an old man. Basically, you have to do like puzzles and stuff like that to work out his story. It's only like 6 levels. It's very quick, but it was quite sad. It was about a man with, I believe, Alzheimer's dementia or something, and his wife had passed away, so he was like trying to relive the memories with her, and then gets to the end, and obviously, you know, he can rest in peace. Good game, good little game, only like £1 or something on PlayStation. So
that's all right.
Yeah, little indie game. It was nice. I dabbled in Medieval. It's okay. It's definitely a fun game, but I mean, one that I'll probably finish. I don't know.
Yeah,
maybe.
I saw you streaming that one, and I interested. I think it's on PS now. So
yeah,
I'm thinking of trying that out myself as well.
Definitely, yeah, definitely try that. It's definitely fun. It's not a bad game, not even by a long shot, especially the remake of it. But yeah, no, it was fun. Finished the Room series finally, except for the VR game. But yeah, we did the Room 3 and 4 on stream. That was fun. I'm surprised how well that they went, considering that I'm god awful at puzzles. But yeah, no, it was fun, and I had a great time doing it. Oh god, my nose.
Yeah.
Why? Stop it! Stop it, nose. But yeah, no, they were good games. Very fun. been playing a few classic games as well. Played Shell Shock 2, The Sims. They've been a lot of fun. It's nice to dabble back sometimes, especially when you get burnt out on sort of modern games. It's nice to go back and re-experience kind of older games.
Change of pace.
Yeah.
How it used to be.
How gaming used to be when I was young. Yeah, no, it was nice to go back and play a few of them. And
I wanna be forever young.
good song. And then Resident Evil 8 we've just started playing on stream as well, which has been interesting. It's like they went down an action fighting shooting path for 8. Like there's fuck all horror to it essentially.
Like when you get past the first hour, it's just like
yeah, it's just shooting.
Yeah, not that I've played it myself. I've only watched other people play it.
But yeah, no,
be interested.
It's exciting, and I'm having fun with it.
And the mummy Domitrescu or whatever. Have you seen her yet? Did you get the hype?
I asked her to step on me.
And she starts sucking your fingers.
Oh, I will certainly think of that. No, it's definitely fun to kind of play the game on stream and sort of experience those moments and have fun with chat.
Make a mod of like naked or something.
For God's sake, yeah, there is a mod of it. But yeah, I've just been playing it on stream, and the moment she came onto screen, just the chat exploded with "Step on me, mummy." It's quite amusing actually, but. Yeah, no. I'm not too far into it yet. I still haven't actually finished the mansion section yet for Lady Dimitrescu, so that's still going.
With all the daughters and stuff.
Yeah, I've defeated 2 of them, so it's just one more daughter and then her. So we'll soon see if I have the gamer skills to do that.
Well, I'm sure you have. If you're playing on easy.
No, I'm playing on normal. I ain't no bitch anymore. I play on normal.
Oh my god.
No. You play games however you like. I wanted to challenge myself for some weird reason.
You ascended.
Yeah. But no. Other than that, like I said, I have been dabbling in a bit of VR here and there. Saints and Sinners I've done a little bit of. That was fun. And it didn't make me sick, which I was quite shocked at. Horror game called Weeping Dolls. It's really uncomfortable.
You should definitely try Until Dawn Rush of Blood as well.
Yeah, it's there. I've just got to actually play it.
Yeah.
I was thinking
it's on rails, so
yeah, you could sit down and play it, so it's nicer.
Yeah.
I'm definitely tempted to do a VR stream, I won't lie, but we'll see.
Do it.
Maybe I have something planned. It's just because of my health stuff and whatnot. It's like I can't play it for a super long time. Which is a bit of a shame, but what can you do?
I think the more you play it, the more you get used to it.
I think Beat Saber is the only one that I've played for more. I think the longest time I spent in it was 2 hours, and that was on Beat Saber, and that's mainly because you're playing with music, so you don't really notice. When you take the headset off, you notice.
Yeah.
You sit down, and your legs are like, I can't take this. Sorry.
Yeah, it's one of those short periods. At least to start with.
Yeah, it's definitely. Yeah. I don't understand how someone can be in VR all day. Nope.
No, it would fuck with my brain.
Yeah,
definitely.
I'd be sick.
But what are we coming to in the future? Everyone's gonna be wearing the headsets 24/7.
Who wants to see the real world when you could be in this one?
I know, but you can be a much better world.
Yeah, but. I mean, to be fair, I will say this much for the first PSVR, right? Despite the fact that it only runs at 720, which hurts the eyes, it's not bad. It's not terrible. Once you've got the headset on correctly and properly and you're comfortable and not getting a migraine from the fact that it's digging into your skull, and you have the controllers, it's actually incredibly good and immersive, especially if you've never done it before. So
there's a little game called Moss as well. That's really good.
Yeah, it looks adorable. I haven't got that one, unfortunately, but maybe I'll pick it up. But I may as well.
Astrobot thing.
Yes, I haven't done that yet. Ironically, the things that I probably should have played to get me into it, I haven't played yet. I dabbled in it a couple of years back. When I like
how your favourite word of this podcast is dabble.
Yeah, dabble. I don't know. I like that word. A little bit of a dabble. I think, The last time I played in VR,
I stuck my fingers into it.
I stuck my fingers. No, it was a couple of years back, and I did try Rush of Blood, but it was with like a controller. One thing I've definitely noticed is, and I think this is a disadvantage, by the way, to the PSVR, is if you're playing with a controller, you're probably going to get motion sick if you're like if you're used to getting that and car sick and stuff. But with the actual like motion controller hands things that you can get, I don't know what to call them.
Move controls.
There you go. Then you're less likely to, because obviously it's more interactive and part of it.
Yeah, especially with Until Dawn.
Yeah. But be aware, you'll be paying more for the Move controllers than you will the fucking headset and the actual VR. It's crazy. Why is this still a thing? Why are they so expensive? Why does no one have any stock? I'll tell you why, because they're fucking buying them.
Yeah.
They're going to be making VR too. So, I mean, if you're going to jump into VR, or if you're interested in the PlayStation VR, good luck.
They're going to be a relic soon, aren't they?
Yeah, probably. Unfortunately, and what I don't like is, I don't know if this is true. This is something I heard, but PlayStation VR 2 isn't going to be backwards compatible with any of the first original PSVR games. No, I don't know if that's true.
Surely they would
I don't know if that's true. Apparently, it's something to do with the refresh rate of the games and the visual quality of the games. So upscaling doesn't work the same in VR apparently, and it still looks very disorientating and will make you upchuck. But I don't know.
They must be able to do something to at least
this is what
play it as they were, and I don't know.
Again, I'm not saying
it looks better on the screen, like when you're if an onlooker is looking at it than on the actual headset. So if they could just replicate that.
I mean, if you've got the headset on fully, so it's not like there's a certain position, then it's not blurry and it looks really good. But I mean, it does slip, and you have to keep readjusting it. But I mean, I can't understand how that would be a thing. But according to certain sort of things that I've seen, again, I'm not saying this is fact. I've just seen certain headlines and read certain articles. According to Sony, that isn't the case. But I don't know. I can't imagine that would be it.
PR strategy, like just say they're not going to do it, and then a year down the line, it's all backwards compatible now.
Yeah, just
to drum up some good support.
Yeah, but I mean, I would say, if you're interested, definitely dabble. It's definitely fun. But I mean, again, PSVR 2 is going to be 4K. How the fuck can it not replicate 720? That makes no sense. But there we go.
Yeah.
That's my gaming stuff.
I'll dabble next time I'm round.
Yes. I'll put you in a headset so you can't see anything. Wow, this is so immersive.
Wow.
I can even
VR
feel
porn is really good.
I can really feel something.
It's a 5D experience. 5 double D.
But yeah, that's all I got for gaming.
Okay, well, we shall move on to films and TV series, if you like.
Yeah,
or anime.
Whatever the fuck you've watched.
Well, I've been to the cinema a fair few times in the past month. Ooh. Well, I say a fair few, 2 or twice. I watched the new Doctor Strange Multiverse of Madness, which I very much enjoyed. I thought it was one of the better Marvel films. I can't remember much of the first Doctor Strange, to be honest, because I wasn't really interested in Doctor Strange as a character. I always have my little favourites. I'm like, Thor is amazing, Doctor Strange sucks. But no, he is a very good character and a worthy member of the Avengers, of course. But and it's nice to see, after having watched the series of WandaVision and stuff like that, and that you can see the progression of the character of Wanda. Or Scarlet Witch as she is now, which is very interesting. It's nice to see the villainous aspects, and it was cool, some of the creative sequences that he did in it. I won't spoil anything, but it's very cool, and different universes obviously they travel to and stuff.
Yeah.
Very interesting indeed. It reminded me a lot of Fringe, actually, the TV series, like kind of doppelgangers and different universes and stuff like that. I was like, ooh. This is up my alley.
This is where I want to be.
This is where I want to be. And it kind of confirms a few things from the comics and stuff like that, which is nice for the comic fans.
Yeah, that's cool.
I also watched The Lost City as it was still in cinemas with one of my mates. It was very good, actually. I wasn't expecting much from it. It's nice to see Sandra Bullock and Channing Tatum and Daniel Radcliffe in nice, fun action kind of movie. It's definitely American comedy, so it's not like ha 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 ha. It's not. But
A chuckle.
yeah,
Move on.
it was a very enjoyable film, just to get a popcorn flick, just to relax to. There's a funny scene with Brad Pitt as well, where the Red Right Hand track is playing, which is an original from Scream. So I was like, oh, yeah, oh,
More.
very good use of music and stuff. So yeah, I enjoyed it.
Oh, that's cool.
Sandra Bullock is good. I think she's going on like a little acting break now. So
fair.
it's interesting how she chose this as her last kind of project before that. But it's good. I recommend it.
Oh, okay, cool.
Yeah, what films have you been watching?
Well, I watched Gods of Egypt, which came back out in I think 2012.
Ooh,
Yeah,
interesting.
a lot of bad press about that film. After watching it, I get it. I mean, to be fair, I enjoyed Gerard Butler in it. He was fun to watch as a bad guy.
I bet.
Big muscly hairy man. Yeah, he was definitely interesting to watch. I mean, the story is just, well, it's just bad, isn't it? Let's be real. It's fucking awful. But it was fun to kind of watch the action scenes and have fun with it. So I enjoyed it for what it essentially was trying to be, I guess. But yeah,
there's so much kind of expectations and hype around films these days that if you just don't go in with any expectations, you actually find you enjoy them.
Yeah, I'm not overanalyzing it.
Yeah.
I also watched a classic film back from my childhood. Oh, I say my childhood. I'd never watched it until now, but George of the Jungle with Brendan Fraser. So that was interesting to see him like that. Yeah, no, it was a good film. I enjoyed it. Fun for what it was. Lots of adult references, of course, everywhere.
Yeah.
But no, it was fun. I also watched The Mummy. I don't know why I've been on a Brendan Fraser binge. It's been very odd.
Okay.
But watched The Mummy. Love it. It's a great film. I can't fault it.
Yeah, it's really good.
I'm definitely gonna watch the second one again. And then I don't know. Tomb of the Dragon Emperor is just. Well, we don't talk of that, and we certainly don't talk about Tom Cruise's fucking shit version.
Oh yeah.
So, but yeah, great films. If you've never watched them, go and watch them. They are classics.
Yeah.
And I've just been binge watching House, basically. That's it.
Fair enough.
The Boys season 3 started, but I've only watched one episode, so I'm not saying too much on that.
Yeah.
Just yet.
I do want to watch that. I need to. I'll wait for them all. Well, a few of them to come out at least. Binge.
Sounds
It's the same thing I'm doing with Stranger Things. Wait for them to come out properly, and then I can binge.
Yeah.
Although I say that, and then I've got like 50,000 series to watch.
Yeah. No,
I need to actually start watching them.
Yeah. But,
yeah, getting through Ozark at least.
Oh, fair. Anything else that you've been watching, good sir?
No, not really.
No.
Apart from Ozark, I've just been, trying to get through things, and I don't really know what I've been doing. Watching the same shit I always watch on YouTube.
Yeah, that's what I do.
Silly prank videos and stuff that I always wasting my time watching.
Oh god.
But yeah, they provide that instant gratification.
Yeah, no, that's fair. Oh, all right. Well, shall we move on to the last subject of the day?
Interesting
things. Yeah. So, sir, what was your interesting thing from earlier? Because we had.
Well, the interesting thing from earlier was apparently with this metaverse thing. Apparently, a woman is kind of suing either someone else in it or like the metaverse kind of developers or something because she was abused in it, like physically abused.
Wait. I thought.
I know.
So when she says physically abused, what does she mean by?
I think she was taken into a room with other users and let's just say felt up a little bit about these users.
Oh, okay, right. So she wasn't consenting to a erotic experience, shall we say?
I know. So, a part of me is like, maybe she just didn't know where the off button was, or
I mean,
like, what the hell?
yeah, I mean,
Is this a thing where people can abuse you in virtual reality though? Like,
I mean, there are great YouTube series. I'll actually link it in the description. It'll be the only thing in there because I never put anything in the description anymore. But definitely, it's a great series on VR chat and kind of the dangers of it, and because obviously younger users use it as well. And it's an incredible series. But yeah, I mean, it's tricky, right? Because with situations like this, yeah, of course you can be put into a situation that you haven't consented to and you're uncomfortable with in VR. Absolutely. But I mean, there is that option to just, take it off. Yeah. Like, yeah, just take it off. Yeah, just take it off or turn it off. And I understand that there maybe is a line of, yeah, but you shouldn't have to, like, take it off or stop playing because someone's being an arse. Then leave that room. VR chat has an ability where you can just leave the room. You don't have to be in it. And I know that they may say, oh, well, I was locked in the room. No, you fucking weren't. You're not locked in the room. It's virtual reality. You can leave. Like, you are capable of leaving.
Like, we're kind of getting into a state where we don't have common sense anymore.
It's like,
be a victim of something when you don't have to be.
And I think in this particular case, anyway, the one that you brought up, I think I have heard about it. I think, no, it's fucking ridiculous. Leave. Just take the headset off. It's not hard. Oh, but I hate life. You're going to take it off for 2 minutes just to leave the fucking room. It's fine.
I know.
Like, and you're not meant to be in VR for super long times. You have to hydrate. You have to make sure that you rest because, it needs time. And the brain is not designed to be in this world. So, yeah, I mean, it's fucking ridiculous. It's stupid.
People are literally pre-buying apartments and stuff for real world money. Just like in anticipation of this thing. Like,
Why?
It's scary. It's definitely scary what it's going to come to.
It's fucking stupid. It's like,
it's going to have its own police force.
I hope not.
I imagine. I just made that up, but it'd be funny if it did.
I don't know. I think this is the problem. VR is an entertainment thing, right? It's not a life thing. You're not meant to live a life in VR. That's not healthy. No. Go into it. Play a game. Go into VR chat. Meet people. That's fine. If you want to go into VR chat for 12 hours, sure. But please understand, it's a game. It's not life. And I think this is the line that's being blurred with stuff like VR chat and things like this. It's there needs to be some sort of common sense that comes into it.
I mean, have you seen Twitter and stuff and the stuff people write on there? Like, everyone hides behind the keyboard, and VR chat kind of like crosses that line of between a real person and trolling behavior.
I mean, I can't say I've seen anything on Twitter. I've never used a scummy piece of shit website, but
any social media, really.
Yeah, any social.
People could comment.
It's I don't know. I mean, VR chat, like, look, VR has its place, right? It can be used for amazing things, allowing disabled people to go and meet other people. Absolutely incredible. Great, amazing.
Yeah, John Locke, he can walk again.
Yeah, John Locke, he can walk again. Hello again, Ben. Hello,
I hope someone does for you what you've done for me.
I hope someone does for you what you've done for me. Thanks, John. But yeah, there has to be a line of just common sense, right? It's not developers' fucking job to put an escape button in there, right? You should understand, if you're not comfortable, leave. And if
the same way you wouldn't walk out on the street naked, or you wouldn't flash your wallet and hey.
Yeah, exactly.
Or just have a bit of common sense.
Yeah, and I mean, I understand it's difficult to do, but there needs to be some sort of regulation on kids being in VR. Right, again, I referenced the documentary I have down below. It's 3 parts on YouTube. Go and watch it, because there is a moment which it's just uncomfortable. It's implied, nothing's obviously seen, nothing like that. But this person basically does like an investigation series through VR chat, kind of, seeing what actually goes on. And yeah, it's not good.
It's kind of misleading, because a parent will see it and there's all these cartoon avatars and stuff. Oh, it's for kids.
Yeah.
But people behind them.
Age rating is 3.
Yeah.
Like, 12 technically, because VR you can't play it unless you're 12 or over, apparently. Which is hilarious, because there's still kids that do it.
no regulation.
Yeah, and this is the thing. New technology, understandably, it takes time to learn these mistakes to be able to, make rules and regulations that are fair on everyone. But this is putting kids, not just kids, but also vulnerable adults, like men, women, non-binary, whoever,
and
in
stupid
situations.
people.
Yeah, and it's giving dumbasses the power to take advantage of these situations. But trying to claim that you were sexually assaulted inside a VR chat is the dumbest fucking thing I have ever heard. Just take the headset off, all right? Don't be trying to make a quick buck because you think you can, you stupid bitch. Just take
Me Too.
the headset off. This is why movements like the Me Too have died, because just people like that. I was in a VR chat room, and imaginary hands touched me, and he was moaning. Then leave. Then leave.
Well, a group of his friends watched and laughed.
Yeah, just leave the room. Leave. Like, and never speak to them again. Block them. You have the ability to do that. It's not hard. And I understand there are. Tools. Yeah, I understand there are criminals who are in the VR world. Of course there are. No matter where technology is, there will be some sort of disgusting behaviour. But just report it and move on, and hopefully something will be done. That's when it falls onto the company then to do something about it.
Yeah.
But it's still new. This is the problem. When you bring something like this out, it's going to have a lot of fucking people who take advantage of it. So just be safe and be aware. And as Sean said, use your fucking common sense. It's not hard. What was I meant to do? That fixes the problem.
I've got the answer for you, woman. I've got the answer.
It's just so fun. It just seems so stupid, right? Maybe we're just not educated in it enough.
Maybe,
but
we don't know all the facts. Maybe it was, worse than. But I just can't see it. To be honest.
I mean, if you get put in an uncomfortable situation in real life, then yes, that's a different situation. You can't just leave a room. But I mean, you just have to.
Take it off.
I don't get it. It doesn't make sense to me, man.
Do they have digital hands and stuff that you can actually feel?
There is a phenomenon that has been recorded, which is I don't know what it's called, but it's something like ghost touch.
Come on.
It's called ghost touch or something. And basically, what this is, for those of you who are watching who are not aware, it's a phenomenon where basically the brain actually sees someone's hands touching the virtual body, and your brain actually symbolizes that's happening to you. It's a phenomenon. It is actually a real thing. It's a phenomenon, though. There's no explanation for it. It doesn't make sense. So. But then, if you can, this is where it gets complicated. See, if that woman, let's say, who was alleging abuse, was feeling that, right? That's what she felt violated because she felt those hands, right? All right, it's still not real though. It's still virtual. You may have felt violated. Here's a clue to that. Don't fucking put the headset on again. There you go. Oh, but I want to play certain games. Then go and play those certain games. It's really not hard. Just stay away from that one. Why does everyone have to have it hand-fed? If it's not on a platter, I shan't see it.
Just common sense goes out the window in some things. I don't even know what to make. It just makes me laugh at some of these stories.
I think part of it is people think that everything should be accessible to everyone, and that's just not how the world works.
Oh, everything should be suitable for everyone. Yeah. Everything should be inclusive, and which some things yes, but God.
It's just that's not how the world works. I'm sorry. I'm just take it off. Just take it off and go and have a cup of tea. You'll be fine.
Yeah. I think we should just stop developing this right now because it's not going to get any better.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah.
When the trolls figure out some kind of loophole, they'll jump on it with both hands.
I mean, look at the internet, man. It's full of cretins. That's just what.
Any kind of social media, not social media, any kind of game with multiplayer, and you're going to get trolls who teabagging and all this. Yeah. It's all part of it.
Yeah. Games should not be a job, or they should not be your life. You should go into them and have fun. If someone's being an arse, get away from them. Leave.
You have to take good.
Yeah. There's always going to be negative experiences with stuff like this, and yes, is something like that happening horrible? Yes. But just take the headset off. That's the solution there. You're not going to fucking sue someone for allegedly assaulting you inside a virtual reality world. It didn't actually happen. There's no evidence.
But I game shared it.
Oh!
Uh,
Right, anyway. But yeah, no, it's
Yeah.
ridiculous. It's crazy and just common sense. Just that's all I will say.
Yeah, it scares me for the future.
It scares me for the children.
Yeah. Think of the children.
Think of the children.
For God's sake. But yes. Yeah. Do you have any more interesting things to talk about? Or you're,
I'm completely out.
I'm wiped out.
Wiped. But
After
yeah,
that story, just.
that's it. I used too much energy. But no,
Yeah,
that was a good podcast.
definitely.
Did the
It's
trick.
been, definitely craving one. It's been good to get it all out there.
Yeah.
Leave a stain.
Yeah. Again, apologies that this one was a little bit late. There is another podcast also that's going to be coming out at some point in the near future. Hopefully, if I can, edit. But yeah, it's been fun. I've had a pleasure with Sean. Thank you as always for joining for the podcast.
Oh yes,
time.
it's always great. It's always good.
It's always fun to watch you rant, James. But yeah, no. Thank you to everyone for watching. We hope you enjoyed it. And yeah, we'll catch you in the next podcast. Which
Goodbye.
whenever. Bye-bye!